Zurdo versus Smith, post-fight thoughts. Let's get it.
Push the weight and no flex the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, boof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, boof. I mean, Dave Walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This was a fun fight to watch. Very, very, very impressed. Salute to both men. Salute to Zurdo. Salute to Joe Smith. Long Island, New York, stand up. You know, I support Joe Smith. You know, that's the New York bias, and he's a hard-nosed worker. You know, when he fought Artur Beterbiev, I was rooting for him. But I was also very realistic. I said, look, I don't know. I said, I don't know about this one. And, you know, y'all saw how it turned out, man. But, you know, salute to Joe Smith. You know, he shows up. He's a hard-nosed worker. And he didn't show up to lay down. And salute to Zurdo, man. I was a little on edge in reference to his physique. I'm like, you know, he looks a little soft around the midsection. They're at cruiserweight. Maybe it's a situation where he feels better at this weight. Maybe, you know, people to the untrained eye, you know, sometimes you see a fighter and he'll be ripped and you're like, oh man, you know, he looks like he's in great shape, but sometimes you just don't know. He might be cutting weight and he might look good to the untrained eye, but he might be very unhealthy. I'll give you an example. Bodybuilders, when they're in competition on stage, don't believe all that smiling that they're doing. They could barely do 20 push-ups. They're at their weakest. They're bone dry and they're dehydrated. They got tan and baby oil on them. A lot of those guys go backstage and pass out. Seriously. You can see them pass out. They got YouTube videos of bodybuilders passing out on stage. Very dehydrated. Sometimes that's the case with these fighters. And when you're in combat sports, that's not a good thing. So I was a little concerned, but I'm watching the fight. Zurdo gave a lot of movement and he didn't have stamina issues. So maybe he was more unhealthy at 175. You know, maybe he was bigger and had more energy and he felt more complete at a heavier weight, although he might not look it. If y'all understand what I'm saying. But to the fight, this was a solid and competitive fight. I really don't like the scorecards, although I did have Zurdo winning it. I didn't like the scorecards though. Zurdo boxed, man. Whatever Malik, and salute to Malik, he got him doing some things, and he was listening to the corner. Malik was giving great instruction, and he followed through. It was a 10-round fight, but I honestly feel that both of the men, if it was 12, they could have went 12 easily. Joe Smith had a lot of moments in the fight. I think he hurt Zurdo at least 3 times, but you know, Zurdo, he very professional. There was times where he was on the ropes, and that's not where you want to be with Joe Smith, man. This young man carries his power through the whole fight, man. And I was watching closely. I said, man, you know, if he just lands something significant, but Zurdo showed a great chin, man. He showed a great chin, man. And you know what they say about that Mexican heart? It's there, man. And he showed great lateral movement, great head movement. I saw Joe try and get him into the triangle, but it just didn't work out. And I don't think that Joe and his team were expecting Zurdo to be actually light on his feet like that. But it was a good competitive fight. When Joe was able to bait him into a gunfight, however brief, I was like on edge, like, oh man, somebody gonna get it. But Zurdo ate some shots and Joe ate some shots. The body work, Joe was hurt to the body ever so slightly. But listen, man, this fight to me, this is boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I really enjoyed this fight, man. I really enjoyed this fight. I couldn't call it. And, you know, Zurdo was doing enough to win the rounds, but I said, you know, Joe got that. He got that power, man. He got that power. And it was fun to watch, man. Now, what I learned in this fight was that this was an eliminator. Okay, this is cruiserweight eliminator, and Joe said he's not going back down to 175. He feels good here, and I believe him. I believe him. He's not done. He's a hard-nosed worker, and if he beats any one of these top guys, I don't think it's an upset. But listen, this is where I'm going with this. This is an eliminator, ladies and gentlemen, and Zurdo won, right? But here's the thing. Okay, there's a guy at cruiserweight that the Sensei Stormy B-Man put me on. He just fought the other day. Jai Opetaia. Yeah, he's a Samoan brother out of Australia. He's a southpaw. He stands about 6'2". He's a 28-year-old. Listen, man. He just fought Jordan Thompson at Wembley. And he stopped Jordan Thompson. Jordan Thompson is a tall guy. He's about what, 6'6", what is he, like 6'6"? He sort of looks like a very young Joe Joyce, kind of. Like you could have told me he was Joe Joyce's brother, I'd have believed him. Very long, very lanky. He has some tools, and he got stopped last week. He got stopped badly last week by Opetaia, if I'm saying his name, Jai Opetaia. And this kid Jai is a problem. He's 23 wins, 18 KOs. I'm actually in the process of trying to reach out to him. This fella is a problem. What I saw Joe Smith do today, I was watching. I said, man, Jai will attack Zurdo in a different type of way. I think Jai is an IBF champion. And like I said, this is an eliminator, which means down the road, Zurdo and Jai could meet. And I got to tell you, man, that's going to be an exciting fight. Remember, I said this guy's name, Jai Opetaia. He's a Samoan cat out of Australia. Okay? Keep your eye out for that guy. Listen, I'm excited for this, man. I'm excited for this. This guy's the truth. And Zurdo, he's going to need that chin. He's going to need that chin. More on that as it develops, man. I think the cruiserweight, there's some talent there. You know, Badu Jack is a title holder up there, man. It's shaping up to be, pretty exciting over there. But, great job by Joe Smith and Zurdo. This was a hard-nosed fight. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to watch it again, man. This was boxing. I really was able to just sit down and just say, yeah, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. I was distracted by Tony Weeks' flat top and partner's head from 1989, the Big Daddy Kane partner head. But, that aside, this was a great watch for me this evening. I appreciate both fighters and salute to Zurdo. He won it. I didn't like the scorecards, but he won it. He won it. No controversy, but he won it. And I can't wait to see what's next. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!